Hey everyone, I'm Brandino, and happy holidays to you. Sorry I seem a little bit out of it right now. I was planning on going out for the holidays with my buddy Dave the Skeleton, but he had other plans. He's in Hawaii. So I am forced to figure things out on my own right now. I wanted to spend my time with family and friends, but instead, I'm not doing that. And that's just fine. But don't worry, I do have a plan. I don't need Dave. In fact, I can make my own friends, alright? And I'm not talking about going outside, talking to people, making some friends, I mean making some friends. So, I would like to introduce to all of you my new best friend, Terry the Tissue Box. Now, as you can see here, he is always happy. Look at this. Look at this man. Look at me. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I wanted, Dave. I wanted to have a happy, fun holiday. Hold on a sec, I just got an email from Dave. Let's see, Dear Brandino, sorry I have rushed off, but I will be coming back. He's coming back, Dave's coming back. I will be coming back in January. Make sure to have lots of fun while I'm gone, Dave. That's Dave for you. What a guy. Alright, enjoy Speak of the Devils. Happy holidays. We're gonna have a fun time.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another festive episode of Speak of the Devils, brought to you by Snow. It's everywhere. Get used to it. I'm Maddie Shipka, and I'll be your host for this evening. Today, we're celebrating the holiday season with an episode full of holiday traditions, movies, and more with our guest, Burlington Parks and Recreation Department's Director, Brendan Egan. Also tonight, we have BHS's Julianna Grossman to teach us the game of Dreidel. And we have another edition of Devils on the Streets with Josh Coughlin and Nick Bongiorno, but first up is a new Nick's Picks with Nick Conley, taking a look at a second remake of a classic, The Grinch. A TV special and live-action movie were made, and now the third version of The Grinch is in theaters everywhere. Let's talk to Nick about the evolution of the Christmas character and see how this version stacks up to the others. Here is Nick's Picks.
So we went and saw The Grinch in theaters, the new remake. I'm very angry with what I just saw, but not because it was a bad movie, but because everyone told me it was a bad movie, and it was fantastic. The remastering of the original Grinch movie was actually, again, pretty fantastic. There were a few things about the new movie that I didn't like. Obviously, the choice of music was not my cup of tea. The hip-hop, I feel like, doesn't fit well with, the Grinch. And the other thing that really bothered me, and you'll all see it if you go and watch the movie yourself, there's a specific moment when the Grinch is wearing, pink underwear. Yeah, it was disturbing. But the Grinch was actually really well animated, and the detail was really nice, and the animation actually looked like it had a lot of time and effort put into it, and Illumination was actually trying to do something other than, milk a cash cow for once. I don't want to name names or anything, but, just minions. The storyline for this new Grinch movie actually, took some aspects from the previous ones and kind of amalgamated it into this interesting new plot line. They kept the whole orphan story from, the Jim Carrey one, And then they also took aspects from the original, you know, like the whole point of stealing Christmas in general. And it actually flowed a lot better than audiences thought it would. Instead of it being that he shaved wrong, they actually made it so that he never had a Christmas as a child, and that story fits a lot better and makes a lot more sense. And the whole point of him, you know, stealing Christmas and learning the value of Christmas stayed intact during the movie. So it actually made a really nice and impactful film. I'm gonna be honest, I teared up a couple times, especially towards the end. It was a very touching story with a very nice message, and they did introduce, you know, a new character. He was this reindeer character, I forget his name. But even adding in that small part just added to the charm of the movie, making it different from the others and adding some more comedy into it, which nowadays we could all use a little bit more comedy in our films, so that was just a nice little change of pace. All the really cool, you know, gizmos and gadgets that he used throughout the film, you know, was actually really pleasing to watch because it was so fluent and just really cool to see him use magnets and these extendo shoes and, you know, fitting everything onto that sleigh like he did in the original and using Max as his reindeer. So definitely maintained that original charm from the original movie while adding in some new twists and turns that, you know, just added more into the film. And they gave more personality to the Who's, including Cindy Lou Who. They added more personality to the Who's, you know, giving them more reason than just to be there and sing. They had individual characters come together and, you know, make a second half of the story almost, and they both tied into, you know, each half tied in really, really well. The Grinch, I would have to say, you know, I'd say a 9.5, mainly because, again, those two parts that just did not settle well with me. But other than that, it's a very heartwarming and nice family comedy experience that I think everyone should see. Illumination actually did a good job with this one, so good on you guys for that one. But thank you for watching Nick's Picks, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Well, thank you, Nick. I'll make sure to put The Grinch on my must-watch list, because that review sure has got me interested. Now let's take a look at the newest Devils on the Streets, where Josh Coughlin and Nick Bongiorno ask fellow Burlingtonites about their own holiday traditions.
All right, hello everybody. This is Josh Coughlin with Speak of the Devils here. We are going around, going to various members of the community, asking them about some of their favorite Christmas traditions, as well as how their Thanksgiving went, Black Friday, and what they want this year for the holidays. All right, so my first question for you. What is your favorite holiday tradition that you've had growing up?
Right now, like we are basically from another country like Nepal, but we are following up the holiday tradition right now in the US. So recently we had a Thanksgiving, and in that, like we had a get together with our family, and then she was quite happy to meet our friends, small friends, and same thing will be going on the Christmas too.
Well, you see, Josh, I grew up in Italy, and so my favorite Christmas tradition ought to be eating panettone. You know what that is?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's a Christmas cake. It's delicious. And actually, here in Burlington, we have a couple of bakeries that either make it or import it from Italy, and it's absolutely great. So that would be my favorite.
All right, that sounds great. Is that like at La Cacha's or something?
Yeah, La Cacha has some good panettones.
One of my traditions throughout my childhood and now has always been going to Saugus and a couple towns in the Boston area and checking out some of the Christmas lights. It's one of my favorite things that I've been doing with my family and some close friends. And I just really look forward to it every year, and it kind of provides warmth to everyone and gives us that nice holiday cheer.
And my question for you, what do you want for Christmas this year?
Have a cupcake.
Cupcake maker?
You want a cupcake maker?
Yeah.
Which color?
Pink.
You want a pink cupcake maker?
Yeah.
Well, I like that. I love cupcakes. You know, hopefully if you act nice, you know, Santa will treat you well.
I'm not really sure. I don't really have anything I particularly want. It's just I love giving to other people, so if the people around me are happy and I can give them a good amount of gifts and make them feel content, that's all I need.
Thank you, Josh and Nick. I'm glad everyone had such great holiday traditions. Now I'd like to welcome our guest tonight, Burlington Parks and Recreation Director, Brendan Egan. So Brendan, how did you become involved with Burlington Parks and Recreation?
It started back in, I guess, 1999. I applied for a program position, recreation supervisor's position, and I was lucky enough to be hired. I spent 10 years here in that position, had an opportunity to move on and become a director in another town. Took that and was fortunate enough. I loved Burlington, my time in Burlington prior. Applied for the director's job when it opened here, and was lucky enough to come back and go, be here for a second stint.
Awesome. Well, we're glad you're back because every single event on the Common is amazing each year. But what was the first holiday event that you remember when you started?
Sure. I can't take credit for all the great events on the Common. Program staff, I'm really lucky, or we're really lucky in Burlington to have an awesome program staff and a really good maintenance staff, but the creativity of the program staff is phenomenal. First event, it wasn't a holiday event, but Celebrate Burlington, my first year when it was called Burlington Pride Day, it was like, wow, this is a major special event for a community, a great community special event. But the first holiday one I think would be Breakfast with Santa. So, and that was a big event at the Burlington Marriott.
Absolutely. Excuse me. What special events are going on this holiday season during the winter at the Rec?
Sure. So we have on December 1st, we'll be doing our annual tree lighting ceremony on the Common. Starts at 4 o'clock. Activities start at 4 o'clock. We'll have a special guest arrive, Santa Claus, via Alfay's fire truck. He'll be coming in at 5 o'clock. The trees will be lit. We'll have fireworks. We have some local sponsors that'll be there, hot chocolate, popcorn. We have some inflatables. We have sleigh rides. We have the world's largest wooden horse that you can get pictures on. So we have that coming up on December 1st. On December 2nd, we have our annual Breakfast with Santa that will be taking place at the Hilton Garden Inn. Another opportunity. Santa's going to kind of spend some time in Burlington this weekend. So if you're not sure if you've been naughty or nice, make sure you're nice this weekend. And then we have coming up in 2 weeks, we'll have Calling Santa. You have to pre-register. Santa will call homes at a designated time. You can get your children on the hotline with Santa. And then in February, we're going to have our Winter Carnival again. So we have a bunch of stuff coming up in the winter months.
Fantastic. I'm super excited for all of them. And I know that the Rec puts on trips and programs throughout the year as well as all these special events. Is there anything else coming up that's new?
Sure. Our winter brochure comes out next week, which will be the first full week of December. We have a Mommy and Me dance class on Saturday, something new through our needs assessment. People are looking for more opportunities, the working parents to participate in programs with their kids. So we have a Mommy and Me dance class. We have a therapeutic rec or inclusive program, forget the name of it, but it's a melody class, a singing music class that will be happening coming up. We have a trip to Gunstock skiing. You can take the bus or you can get discounted lift tickets there. We have our traditional basketball program for elementary and middle school kids. We have our full slate of adult activities. We have a Bali X, which is a fitness program, and trying to think. We have so many new programs that come out. I just can't hit them all. But we also have. I've got a little cheat sheet here. Sorry. We also have a ski program, Neshoba and Wachusett, for elementary and then middle and high school kids. So it's all coming up. Winter brochure is online now, so you can check that out, and then will be in your mailbox next week.
Awesome. Well, what's your favorite past or present Burlington event?
I really enjoy the Tom Turkey Hunt. Prior to Thanksgiving, we try to do it the Saturday before Thanksgiving. it was something that I took from my hometown Parks and Recreation Department in Connecticut that we used to do, and it was one of the first special events that I brought here myself. Gives great family opportunity to really go around town. If you don't know your way around, you kind of learn it quickly. But hiding clues around town and bringing a turkey back and getting a gift certificate for a real turkey kind of does a couple things. Builds a great community event, but families work together and get them spending time together. And then if they're lucky enough to find the clues first and have a turkey, now they have a meal together too. So.
And I know that that's not the only thing that we're hiding around town lately. There's Waldo that's been at some of the events, is that right?
Yep, we've been putting Waldos out at all of our special events. So if you're at the tree lighting or Breakfast with Santa, you might find a Waldo hiding in a poinsettia or, under the, it won't be under the eggs and bacon at the breakfast, but might be up in the server's table. Who knows? Who knows where it is? Tree lighting, it could be in one of the great planters that the Burlington Garden Club has done around the Common. So you never know. Keep your eyes open.
Awesome, absolutely. I know one event that we went to, I think it was Trucktober, that we found Waldo and kind of advertised it there. So it was really exciting. Yep. It's another thing that the community does. That's great.
It is.
And so now on to your holiday traditions. Do you have any favorite TV specials or movies that are holiday themed?
So I like the classics, Rudolph, Frosty, those classics, the animated classics. But you have to love Elf. I mean, I could watch that in June, and I'll sit there and watch the rest of it. If I'm clicking through. Love Elf. Will Ferrell does a great job in that. The whole cast is great. The storyline's great. So the animated ones with Rudolph and Frosty, love Heat Miser and Baby New Year and all of those. But Elf, modern day Elf is like top of the list.
Yeah, it really is a good movie. It was definitely one that I used to watch a lot when I was younger. But do you have some of your own fun holiday traditions that you celebrate?
Sure. Well, something that we've done since my son was his first year. He was born in September, so that first year, that first December, we cut our own Christmas tree. We go up into Georgetown, up that way. Go to a Christmas tree farm up there, and we've been going there since he was born. He's 17 now. Took him in a little sleigh one year. Then my daughter was born. Brought my daughter. We bring the dog. Now it's just a family event. We take a hayride out into the field. We try to get out early. The second Friday in December. My wife's a teacher, so as soon as she's out, we go. We get the kids, the dog, and we go cut down a Christmas tree. So that's one. And I did it as a kid. It's awesome. If you've never cut down a Christmas tree yourself, you go to the lot and do it. They have some great trees at the lots, but the experience of going out there and cutting it down yourself, laying on the ground, they give you a saw, they give you a sled to pull the tree back, and they'll tie it up for you. It's awesome. It really is. We get hot chocolate or coffee on our way, and we just have a good time.
That sounds amazing. I'm sure it is a lot of fun.
It is.
And does your holiday season start on November 1st or December 1st?
It's funny you ask. Our holiday season starts in like September. We're always a season ahead at the Parks and Recreation Department. Winter brochure's out. They're already working on the spring brochure. So, our holiday season really starts months in advance. But, getting down to your question, an answer there, I like to get through Thanksgiving before I start Christmas. Although, the stores start Christmas before Halloween. So, but after Thanksgiving, you get into that groove of family events. I love family events. You get the holidays coming in there. And so.
Thanksgiving definitely deserves a little bit of respect.
It does.
It gets forgotten.
It does.
But do you have any favorite foods or drinks that you like to have during the holidays?
Always loved eggnog. Since I was a little kid, eggnog is great. Good holiday. The holidays are there, family events. So eggnog is probably my favorite drink around the holidays. Add a little fresh nutmeg to it, grind with a little nutmeg grinder, top it off. That's good. And then I know it's weird, but Chex Mix. I don't know, for whatever reason, homemade Chex Mix around the holidays. I find I'm making batches, every other day because my family will just keep eating it. Oh, no more Chex Mix, so there I am making more. So I know it's not really a holiday one, but it is for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
we
just
all have
that
our
snack,
own traditions.
And
what are some of your go-to Christmas or holiday songs?
I love Johnny Mathis Christmas songs. Johnny Mathis Christmas songs they're just classic. I love Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra. I love all those too, but I don't know. Whenever Frank or Johnny Mathis a Christmas song comes on, I don't know, just get happy. He's got a great voice and he's smooth and just good music.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of new Christmas music out too, but definitely staying true to the classics is awesome.
Yeah.
And are there any new traditions or things you're looking forward to trying this season?
Ooh, no, nothing new. Sorry, I'm a traditionalist. I like things, I don't like a ton of change, but if there's something good, I mean, we, as my kids, or as it came out, Elf on the Shelf, he's pretty creative in our house, finds himself in a lot of predicaments, and he always winds up bringing one family present every year. So, it's been iPads, it's been airline tickets. It's, he's pretty good to us, the Elf on the Shelf.
That's awesome. I don't personally have an Elf on the Shelf, but I know it's really big in a lot of different families. But thank you, Brendan, and I'm glad we have so much going on in the town during this festive season. And now we're going to switch gears and talk about some other traditions people have each winter, like high school senior Julianna Grossman. She's here to teach us about one of her traditions, which is enjoyed by many. Check out Julianna and two of our own BHS TV members, Nick and Flynn, playing the Jewish tradition game of Dreidel.
Hello everybody, welcome to the BCAT studio here. My name is Nick and I'm joined by our special guest Julianna Grossman, and she's going to teach us a little bit about the Dreidel. And I've learned a little bit myself, but I'm still a little iffy on it, so I'm going to direct it over to you if you could explain, how this goes and the history behind it.
All right, absolutely. So the game Dreidel is a game that we play on Hanukkah, and so the Hebrew word for dreidel is sivivon, and the word in Yiddish means to turn around, so very fitting for the spinning top. And each side of the dreidel has a Hebrew letter that tells you what to do when you spin it. So the first letter right here, it's green on this dreidel, is a gimel. And a gimel means that if you spin it and land on a gimel, you take everything from the center pile and put it into your own pile. Each player starts with about 10 pieces of their own. You can play dreidel with anything. And then the second one is yellow on this dreidel. It's called a nun, and it means nothing happens. You don't just go to the next person. This one is a shin, and it is when you get a shin, you put some of your pile into the center pile. And then lastly, this is a hay, and when you land on hay, you take half of the pile and put it into your own. So, would you like to go first? Get started?
Yeah. All right. So, we spin it, and whatever it lands on, we have to abide by its universal rules. So that is
gimel.
That means I
you
get
take
the whole
everything.
thing.
When that happens,
Already.
every player puts one coin in the middle, except for
Well, there are two of
gimel.
us. I'll do it. Oh no, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll put this one in.
Alrighty.
Whoopsies. Yeah. So there are two of us, so we're gonna bend them a little, the rules a little bit. All right.
And I take half of it.
Awesome.
Now, since there's only one left in the pile, you put one in. All right.
All right. I will go. All right. What must I do? I don't know.
You take half of them. And now I put one in to keep
Yeah.
the numbers in. I take half again.
You put one in.
Yep.
All right. And let's spin again. Let's see what the Dreidel has in store for me this round. Don't fall off the table.
You gimel, so you take everything.
There we go.
I'll put one. All right. nothing happens.
Nothing
I got a
happens,
none.
All right. And I'm going to spin it. And what must I do, Mr. Dreidel, sir? I must
Take everything.
take everything.
Yep, so that's a gimmel.
Oh my goodness
So I'll put one in.
gracious.
I'll put 2 in.
Okay.
Keep it even. All right.
All right. So I am curious. So I know you know a lot about Dreidel, and you say that you do play it every year. So where did you originally learn, and like how can other people who are also, you know, Jewish learn how to
Play Dreidel?
Yeah.
I learned Dreidel in Hebrew school.
Okay.
I learned how to play in Hebrew school, and which is like religious ed. So yeah, it's an activity that we teach the kids. But yeah, people, if you are not a Jewish person, you want to learn how to play Dreidel, a quick Google search will show you everything, or you can watch this video. But yeah, so that's where we learn how to play Dreidel, and when we also, you know, we learn about Hebrew culture and the religion itself.
Right.
And the letters on the Dreidel actually mean, they're the beginning letters of the phrase Nez Gadol Hayasha, which means a great, like a miracle has happened, and that has to do with the story of Hanukkah, how the candles burned for 8 days and 8 nights, which was the miracle. And in Israel, instead of Shin, they use the letter Pei, and that is for Nez Gadol Ha-Pei, I'm pretty sure. I'm not Israeli, but, and they use that letter instead because it means a great miracle has happened here.
Right.
So that's like Israel's like the, you know, homeland. That
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was your turn. I can't remember though.
I think it's yours.
Oh, okay.
Do it, yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm just
All
gonna.
right.
I'm gonna put a couple.
Alrighty, there it
just
goes.
to, like,
We haven't
this
gotten
is-
Shin in a while,
Yeah.
so. All right.
Is this Dreidel fixed?
Nothing.
Got a fixed Dreidel here. No one is going to contribute to the pile. All right. Let's see.
Shin.
Haha.
Good.
So I do have to. So about. I'm going to take about half.
However many you desire.
I'll just put that in. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So after this spin, we'll do one more. And all right. So
I
now
put
you
some
got to
in.
put
Nice.
some in. Now all we're getting is that one.
I know. It's
All
about
right.
time.
Last spin here. Let's see what the outcome is. All right. And we got
Nothing.
nothing. All right. There we go.
Right.
Perfect way to end. Perfect way to end it. So thank you guys so much for joining us here at the BCAT studio, and thank you, Julianna, for coming on and showing us this very fun game. You can play this yourself at home and with your families. And we hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the next one.
Well, isn't that an awesome tradition? It makes me want to play a game of our own. Brendan and I are about to play a game called Sounds of the Seasons. We have Flynn Reardon here to explain the game to us. Flynn, take it away.
All right, so basically, we're going to play some classic quotes from Christmas movies, or holiday movies in general, and these two are going to have to guess what they are. Now, I have the answers. Obviously, they're not allowed to see them. So, we're going to start off with the first sound effect.
Oh, is this your snowbank?
No. Who are you?
Well, actually, I am a dentist.
Okay, I don't know who's first, so.
Pick.
I'll let Maddie go.
Was it Rudolph?
That was Rudolph.
Awesome.
All right, 10 points to Maddie, or 1 point. Let's make it easier. All right, so now.
At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell. But as years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound.
That was
Polar Express.
That is correct. The Polar Express.
Right.
All right, number 3.
Are you here all by yourself? Ma'am, I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so.
Brendan.
Home Alone.
That is correct. Home Alone. You're slacking, Maddie.
I know. I wouldn't have got them anyways.
All right, number 4.
It was Christmas Eve. Night was falling, and the lamplighters were plying their trade.
Hey, light the lamp, not the rat, light the lamp, not the rat!
My
What are you
apologies.
doing?
This is a tricky one.
It is.
Definitely.
Any guesses?
No, I don't think so.
That's from A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to listen for the
Muppets.
voice.
Yep.
All right, so no one gets any points on that one. All right, number 5.
You hate Christmas. You're gonna steal it. Saving Christmas is a lousy ending. Way too commercial.
Thought it was done.
All right, I'll say Maddie.
That was the Jim Carrey version of The Grinch that came out in 2000.
Yep, that is correct. All right, so I think we're tied up right now, 2-2, because no one got number 4. So, on to number 6.
Happy birthday!
Brendan.
Frosty.
'Cause you false.
Snowman.
Yep.
The original.
That's the truth. All right, 3-2. All right, number 7.
Poor misguided folks. They missed the whole point. Lots of unhappiness? Maybe so. But doesn't Santa take a little bit of that unhappiness away? Doesn't a smile on Christmas morning scratch out a tear cried on a Saturday?
Maddie.
Santa Claus is coming to town?
Yep, that was from Santa Claus is Coming to Town. All right, tied up again, 3-3. Number 8.
I know what I'm going to do tomorrow and the next day and next year and the year after that. I'm shaking the dust of this crummy little town off my feet and I'm going to see the world.
Brandon?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep, it is a wonderful life. All right. Number 9.
Your Honor, every one of these letters is addressed to Santa Claus. The post office has delivered them. Therefore, the Post Office Department, a branch of the federal government, recognizes this man, Kris Kringle, to be the one and only Santa Claus.
Anyone? Oh, Brendan?
Santa Claus is Coming to Town?
Nope. Maddie? That was Miracle on 34th Street. All right.
I don't get a point deducted, do I?
No.
All right.
All right, the final one is, it's for a big one. This is for all the marbles.
But, sir, Christmas is a time for giving, a time to be with one's family.
I say bah. Humbug.
The Disney version of Scrooge. Scrooge McDuck?
Nope. It's got to be the exact name.
A Christmas Carol.
Closer.
Mickey's Christmas Carol? Disney's
Mickey's Christmas Carol. Woo. Brendan is the winner.
I think that means I watch too much TV.
Gosh darn. Well, good game, Brendan. I think we both have a knack for these holiday flicks. Thanks for being here tonight, and now enjoy the first place winning routine of BHS's lip sync battle this year, performed by Caroline O'Callaghan and Grace Visco. thanks to Brendan Egan and Julianna Grossman for stopping by, Josh Coughlin and Nick Bongiorno for Devils on the Street, Nick Conley with Nick's Picks, and a big thanks to all the members of BHS TV for making this possible. I'm Maddie, and this has been Speak of the Devils. Happy holidays, and we'll see you next time.